there's a lot of challenges. I can take the first bit of that and then let James come in, who's come in now from the insurance perspective, speak with a lot of the insurance market and reinsurance market and get your perspectives on it. I think at a high level, you have the challenge of what we as a society need to do, and then you have the challenge of implementing it, which is the core challenge. I think for companies who are looking at buying carbon credits, whether for net zero strategies or as an investment portfolio, probably the key challenge they have is that it's actually a very hard thing to buy. There's a lot of choice. So you could have afforestation, you could have avoided deforestation, you could have mangroves, you could have grasslands, you could have biochar, you could have DAC, you could have renewable energy credits. There's not much consistency really in what a high quality credit is. So if I can buy one credit for £3 per ton and another one for £800 per ton, why do I do one versus the other? And then you have a lot of the reputational risks around, actually, now I've bought carbon credits, and next step is I'm going to get splashed on the front page of the Financial Times because it turns out that this project that was very hard for me to do due diligence on in the first place turned out to be not that great. And everyone's saying it's my fault. And so I think one key challenge is that it's just a scary thing to buy. And you're sort of between this rock and a hard place. You have to buy it. Because if you don't buy it, you're not going to meet your net zero strategy. But it's a hard thing to buy. And if you buy it, you might be put on the front page of some newspaper for greenwashing. Yeah. And so I think one core solution that we, or insurance more broadly, is providing is actually a kind of stamp of confidence that provides an additional level of due diligence and quality assessment for people who are looking at how do I engage in this market. Yeah. So that is one core challenge that I think we fix. But
I agree. Now, I was going to say it's a supply issue and a trust issue. I think insurance can help on the trust side by giving that stamp of approval. The supply is tough. There's not just sort of one giant forest that we can plant that will fix the problem, or one technology that's going to save the day. It's going to be a broad portfolio of things. And as I was learning about the space, I was trying to get my head around some of the stats. So that 10 billion tons that we need to remove by 2050. To get to 1 billion tons, you'd have to plant a forest the size of Texas, and there's just not that many, or the size of France. There's just not that many, available space left. And as the population grows, we're going to need more and more of that space for arable land. So you're going to need a very diversified kind of technology solution to get through. Yeah. And then, interesting, you're talking about sort of how it's viewed as a commodity. I think the financial markets want to see it as a commodity. From the insurance perspective, I definitely see it more. A sort of risk perspective, more as a sort of municipal bond. It's location specific, it's developer specific, technology specific. Different rules and regulations in every country, geography there is worldwide. So it's a beautiful product in that sense to be an underwriter for, because it's going to need bespoke underwriting, account by account. It's not something you can bundle up